Some PUBG Mobile players have started using a keyboard and mouse instead of the touchscreen controls. This practice is ruining the game, as it gives an unfair advantage to the players on the keyboard and mouse. Tencent Games, Google Play Store. Some PUBG Mobile players have started using a keyboard and mouse, ruining the game for their opponents who use the touchscreen controls of their iOS and Android devices. The premise of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is that players start off on equal footing. However, players on the keyboard and mouse for the mobile version of the game already have an unfair advantage even before matches start. Keyboard and mouse on PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile players starting out with the game may find it too easy. Apparently, this is because new players find themselves matched with a high number of bots, which are easy targets to kill. Players will then be matched with more real players as they level up and master PUBG Mobile's mechanics and controls. However, according to a motherboard report, some players are making the game too easy for them, whether or not they are up against bots or real players. This is because they have figured out how to play PUBG Mobile using a keyboard and mouse, which motherboards Matthew Galt said is like playing in God mode. Devices such as the Google Chromecast and software such as emulators have been utilized by players to use a keyboard and mouse on PUBG Mobile. The most common method is through BlueStacks, an Android emulator for the PC that is easy to use. Players load PUBG Mobile on the emulator and assign keyboard shortcuts to the on-screen buttons to make the game more like the original PC version. Of course, this comes with the added bonus that their opponents are on slower and more cumbersome touchscreen controls. Why is using a keyboard and mouse unfair? Using a keyboard and mouse on PUBG Mobile is unfair because of their ease of usage compared to the game's touchscreen controls. PUBG Mobile controls were masterfully ported from the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds controls, but while players fiddle with a slightly slower touchscreen input to aim, players on a keyboard and mouse have already fired a perfectly lined-up shot. This is not the first time that players have complained about different control options. The same is true for consoles, where games are meant to be played with controllers instead of a keyboard and mouse. In fact, the Xbox One community of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is suffering from the same issue, especially as it is easy to set up keyboard and mouse controls for the console. Another high-profile game that is experiencing the problem is Blizzard's Overwatch. The console version is also much easier to play using a keyboard and mouse compared to controllers. Not all gamers have access to the methods of using a keyboard and mouse, whether for technology or money reasons. This means that PUBG Mobile players who use these alternative control systems have an unfair advantage, and may even be considered as cheating. PUBG Mobile, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, iOS, Android. Copyright 2018 Tech Times, all rights reserved. Do not reproduce without permission.